Okay, so balancing, the first thing I want you to do is just recognize what Edexcel have done here to these files. Look how quiet this file is. Look how quiet this file is, as opposed to this base. So I'm already aware from the visual that I'm probably going to need to take this, well, and this, down in my mix. And I'm probably going to have to leave these roughly where they are, roughly. So what I would recommend is that just having that in the back of your mind about these two. Now, again, don't forget that they've already talked about volume here. So if you do reduce this bass down, you're going to have to reduce this one down as well, because you've already mixed this, haven't you? You've already got that to sound quite good. Okay, so you got those two here. And then again, what I would probably recommend, this is just how you might want to approach it. Your vocals, maybe just solo out your vocals and then get your drums in there. And what you could do is just listen to these and mix these quite well. So right now my drum's a little bit too loud, so pull these one down. So I pull these down a little bit. Once you got your drums into be a good place, you might want to just bring this back, only because you know it's going to be quite quiet. Again, a little bit too loud, but you get the idea. And then finally take this off solo and just make sure that the bass, which is your loudest track, or probably going to be your loudest track, isn't going to be too loud for your other tracks. So that's how you'd balance this out. Now, producing this, this is a standard question with an Edexcel. By now, you should know how to do this, which is very, very simple, I think. Okay, so they don't want you to have anything cut at the beginning or at the end. So any reverb tail, any echo, anything, don't cut it off at all. Silence at the start and at the end cannot exceed 1 second. So let me just zoom in a bit into this first part here. Notice how in the first part, so I get my time down here, and let me just zoom out a little bit so you can just see this. So my time is down here, and basically by 1.3, this is my first second. This is quite common with Edexcel. So basically by 1.3 on that second, anything past a second that they're going to mark you down on. So technically, the music starts here at bar 2. So this is just how I would do this. I would probably recommend at 1.4 you're gonna bounce this out. And I'll get back to that in just a second. So now that I've got an idea about 1.4, I'm gonna go back to my very, very end, and I'm just gonna listen to this again and just make sure that there's no reverb tail, there's no echo, there's no effect that is being used, and there is. So roughly about right here is what I'm hearing no more. So that's going to be 46, roughly 0.2, and yeah. So once you know the beginning and the end, what you can do is you can export this, and again, notice how I can move this to 1.4, and I think I said 46.1 or 0.2, 46 like that, and then 0.2. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing this is you can always cut back to where you think that the end of this is, just like that. And the same thing goes for here. Cut this back to I think 1.4 was it. So that's 1.4 there. And again, just start cutting back all these. And then what you could do is simply just highlight all of this. And then again, just export it out. Just do this. Make sure it's on WAV. Export it out. And that is it. Let me know if there's any questions.